All right, welcome everybody back to What's Larry Cooking Now? Missed you guys for several weeks now, so we're coming back today with an addition. I'm going to be working with chili lime Mahi Mahi that I'm going to be making with an avocado cream sauce. It's going to be very good. Then for a side, I'm going to be doing asparagus that's going to be roasted. As well as roasted cherry tomatoes. So as you see, I already pretty much have everything already cut up and prepped, including my avocado, my limes. Also, the avocado cream sauce that I'm going to be putting over the Mahi Mahi is consistent of a lot of things, one of which being Greek yogurt, plain Greek low-fat yogurt, okay? So that's what we're doing today on What's Larry Cooking Now? All right, so the first thing we're going to be doing is roasting the vegetables, since that's going to take the longest time. I'm doing asparagus. The tomatoes probably won't take that long, but my concern is in terms of the asparagus, I don't like soggy vegetables. Nobody wants soggy asparagus, and you got to be thinking too, the next day when you heat it up, you don't want soggy asparagus. You want to at least have some type of give on it. You want that crunchiness, and also cooking it down takes away a lot of the vitamins as well. So what I'm basically doing right now is just taking the cherry tomatoes here, taking the asparagus, which I've already snapped, when I snap my asparagus, I used to cut them this way, but actually it just has a natural cut when you just do it with your hands. You just kind of just snap it, kind of like you're snapping string beans. And I find that it really renders it pretty well too for the next day when you want to heat it up again. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and dump everything in our bowl here. And we're going to add olive oil. All right, that sounds good. And I have here a mix. Now you can go ahead and do kosher salt and cracked black pepper. And then also garlic. I like garlic powder because it just spreads better. But I have here a blend of salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle that. That's good. And then a little bit of garlic powder as well. Just kind of finish it off there. That's good. All right, and then I'm also going to put a couple of teaspoons of actual garlic in it as well. All right. And then I'm just going to kind of mix that through. Just kind of getting a coating all around everything. Especially that asparagus, that is beautiful. Right, here, a couple of them snapping. This is good. And the smell is unbelievable. Now, I've already preheated my oven to about 400 degrees. So it's already hot. And all I'm going to do at this point in time is just lay my asparagus out. And since my tomatoes might cook a little bit faster than my asparagus, I'm going to kind of separate them. So I'm going to have my asparagus down on this end, kind of lined up there. And this is just one stalk of asparagus. And then I'm going to put my tomatoes here on this end. And trust me, I've done this recipe putting sugar on it, when I made bruschetta as well. And that helps the flavor bust, a little bit more too in terms of the sweetness of the cherry tomato. But in here, we're not putting any sugar in here in this particular recipe. One day soon, I have to show you how I make my bruschetta. It's really good. Sprinkle a little bit of excess garlic. And I have this at about 400 degrees. And it's probably going to take roughly about 40-45 minutes in the oven. We're going to put this on ahead of time because putting the Mahi Mahi in there, once I get it in there, it only takes about a good 10 to 12 minutes. So that's what we'll be showing next. Stand by. All right, so now we're going to actually go through coating our Mahi Mahi with our special seasoning here. As you can see, the seasonings that we're working with here: salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, garlic powder, little chili powder, which I've used all of my chili powder. And let me tell you this, and I have at the end of all this, in terms of how much teaspoons, tablespoons you're going to need and so forth. In this situation, I ran out of chili powder, but it's in there. You can also use paprika. Paprika will give it a much more sweet taste, whereas chili powder gives you much more of a spicier taste. But you can also substitute in a little cayenne, which I have in here as well. Okay, so that's everything that I have here that I'm going to basically blend together. Now, there's still a little bit more that needs to go in, right? Because I said it's chili, lime. And of course, we want the coating to go on. What I would suggest too, what I meant to mention ahead of time, is in terms of your Mahi Mahi, you see this is beautiful. And if you've ever seen a Mahi Mahi fish, it's a dolphin fish. Very beautiful, translucent colors. And it's usually in the Caribbean and so forth like that. So make sure that they're patted down once you've cleaned them and so forth. These were already pre-packaged, frozen. And what I would say is that if you have time during the day, just set them out on the counter. It roughly takes about like 3-4 hours to kind of thaw out, and or you can also thaw it out in cold water while it's still in the packaging as well if you don't get it fresh, okay? Do not thaw it out in hot water or warm water, as I'm sure you know, because at that point in time you're cooking the fish, okay? All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish up my coating here. I'm gonna put approximately 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil here. And now we have the lime, which I'm going to go ahead and squeeze. And you want approximately, I'm going to kind of guesstimate this, about 2 tablespoons of this, okay? There we go. Oh, that's going to be good. Smells so good. Right, and then I'm just going to do a little bit of this. That's approximately, I think that's about a tablespoon and a half there. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a squeeze right here. There we go. Might even use that at the end, just kind of slurry over it. All right, so as you can see here, I'm just mixing this up, and it's kind of turning into like a little paste here. Awesome. All right, we're going to set that to the side here. I've already had my parchment paper, and I'm using parchment paper here in terms of stickiness and so forth. I want to use aluminum foil. And what I've done is I have lines here that are going to be at the bottom of the Mahi Mahi. So it's a very flaky meat, and we definitely want to get to that flakiness. And so when you're putting it on here, you got to think that lime is going to permeate from the bottom, and then I'm putting lime on top as well to kind of permeate over the fish as well. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, let me just do this. So I'm going to get my Mahi Mahi, and I'm going to really get this paste all over these beautiful 4 fillets here. Oh yeah, I'm going to pick them up, and I'm going to rub them down, definitely. Let's get every last drop. I think it's going to be so good. Oh my God. All right, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of like massage it through. Even getting some of the backside as well. Just lay that down on there like that. I'm trying to keep that line totally under it. It smells good already. So I can only imagine after putting it in there for about, 10 to 12 minutes, it's gonna be ridiculous. Oh. And this is a very hearty meat too, so I actually doubt I even get through 2 of them this evening. But I'm gonna try, and if I don't, then that means I'll have something to eat tomorrow. Look at that. Yes, sir. Yes. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and lay our limes on the top here. That's beautiful right there. Look at that. Voila, we have it. This is our chili lime Mahi Mahi, all right? Prepped, ready to go in the oven. Oven is already prepped at 400 degrees, and it's gonna be in there for approximately 10 to 12 minutes. We're gonna keep an eye on it. If you have to add a little bit of time eyeballing it, that's fine. It's all part of cooking, all right? Stand by. All right, so now we're gonna be going to the actual avocado cream sauce that's gonna go over the Mahi Mahi once it's done. It's in the oven right now. It smells so good in here, and the roasted vegetables, oh, to die for. All right, so I've already have my Greek yogurt here. Put approximately a teaspoon of salt, which I use kosher salt, and I use regular cracked black pepper, a teaspoon of that as well. This was for 4 fillets, so I'm going with 2 avocados, and I'm going with at least a couple of tablespoons of lime juice again. So let's get the squeezing. Like I said, I already have the Greek yogurt in there already. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Okay. Now, what I will tell you about avocados, and I've been learning them a lot lately, is that if it's already mushy for this, so to speak, the consistency, you don't really have to dice them up. I like getting the core out, as you see I've done here already, and then just taking a spoon and just kind of spooning everything out. So this should come out pretty easy. Awesome, look at that, it's beautiful. There we go. That is coming out perfect. What I find too is when you get them in the store, sometimes you need to let them sit for a day or two. And then you get the consistency like this. You're making all types of salsas, so forth. This might not even be up. Okay, but it's a little bit firm, so I can kind of cut them up. I kind of cut them like I'm cutting an egg. put that into our cream sauce here. And then we're gonna just commence to mixing it up. The good thing about the Greek yogurt is that the taste of it is, it doesn't really have a taste. So you can make it sweet. Taste is very ambiguous. So this, of course, is going to have more of a lime taste to it, which is going to be great on this Mahi Mahi. A lot of people put fruit like mangoes and so forth on the Mahi Mahi. This is a little bit different. But I think the consistency would be so good. And also, the good thing about this is you don't have to heat this up. This is going to be cold on top, which is going to be a contrast in taste from, you know, eating something hot and you got something cold going on top of it, like a cream sauce like this. Awesome. And you know, it might be a little bit chunky bits in there, but hey, that's fine. It's got the seasoning all throughout. I mean, it's going to be really good. All right, and that's what we pretty much have. Kind of smash up against the sides, all of the little chunky pieces and so forth. Voila. All right, going to check on the roasted vegetables now. All right, so we have the final product. As I told you, I put the roasted vegetables in, which consisted of the asparagus and the cherry tomatoes. Oh my God, man, they popped. The taste, unbelievable, okay? That took approximately about 40 minutes to go ahead and get done, maybe a little bit less, and I had it at 400 degrees. We also have the Mahi Mahi, the final product here, with the chili lime spread. Once again, I will include the ingredients at the very end. Okay, and as you can see, it's got that flakiness. You see the white consistency in there and so forth. And the lime at the top, and the lime at the bottom as well. It's probably been permeating throughout the fish. So let's go through with plating it. And as you remember, had the avocado cream sauce here as well. So let's get this plated. Oh yes, look at that. Unbelievable. Oh, that is beautiful. And we're going to go ahead and get some of these tomatoes in here too. Look at that. Oh, so many beautiful colors here. All this is so healthy for you. All right, and then what we're going to do is, as I said, with this particular cream that we're putting on, I'm going to take these off right here. So of course, I don't think we're going to eat that, but you have the option if you do want to eat it. We most likely will not. So drizzle some of this over top. Oh, that is beautiful. Look at that. All right. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, so here we have it. Final product here. And this is a chili lime Mahi Mahi with roasted asparagus and cherry tomatoes on the side with an avocado cream sauce on top. So I'm ready to dig in. I've only put one on the plate because this is a pretty hearty fish here. So I hope you enjoyed. What's Larry cooking now? Thank you and be blessed.